What's going on? Zach Adelstein here with Daily Ed Sports, bringing you another college football video. Excuse me. Today, going over the Saturday, October 25th, 2025 afternoon evening slate. Did a video earlier with some morning picks on Underdog. Going to go over some of the later picks now. Lots of fun spots, lots of good games here. Going to put together another little three man. Doing this on Friday night. And yeah, our Discord, all of our plays have been kind of streaming along. I know CashKeg is putting out a bunch of first week NBA plays. It's first Friday night of NBA. World Series starts tonight. We got college football tonight, college football tomorrow night, NFL the next couple days. Got another month of straight every night football. This is the mecca. This is the time of the year for sports. It's really fun time of year to be in this industry and just be a sports fan. Really fun time to go. But yeah, looking through some of these games, some fun spots, and yeah, let's get started on this slate. Going first, Illinois at Washington. We love to pick on Washington. They are not a good pass defense at all. They are ranked 97th, and according to PFF in coverage, they're 98th in passing yards allowed per game at over 250 per game. Um, picked an Ian Strong spot, I think, on a Friday night a couple weeks ago. He hammered that easily. And they give up a lot on through the air. They're just not a good defense there. This game is in Washington, who are 3.5 point favorites over Illinois. And we all know that Hank Beatty is kind of the lead dog for the pass catchers for Illinois, but their lead receiver is Colin Dixon. We've hit him before. Going to keep going there. They're just not raising his number enough. He's sitting here at 36 and a half receiving yards. You see what he's done in Big Ten play. He has 86 yards, 90 yards, 70 yards, 46 yards last week against Ohio State. He's playing good teams. He's still putting up numbers. Now he's playing an awful pass defense, and he's going to get numbers. He has 4 catches in each of his last 4 games. He just keeps on that path. He's getting 6 to 7 targets a game. Um, and yeah, he's averaging 73 yards a game in Big Ten play. Um, Again, he's their top receiver. They do have Hank Beatty, who they really like to use. This number is just too low. It should be in the 40s, at least. I mean, I think I'd be fine if I saw this number at 49 and a half. So 36 and a half, full value, take it and run. So a really good spot for Colin Dixon, who is a good receiver, good pass catcher for Illinois. Moving right along here, keep this going. Let's close that back up. Uh, Look at another big team here. I'll just go ahead and type it in. Gonna go to this Miami game. Miami stumbled last week against Louisville. Carson Beck had a really rough game through 4 interceptions. But if you go look, he didn't have a ton of turnover worthy plays. Just wasn't something that he did. Usually, when you have 4 interceptions, you're holding your breath every pass. And he made some really bad decisions, but he wasn't playing bad at all. And I think they're going to try to get him back on that Heisman track, back in the good conversation at a perfect spot. This is a great bounce back spot for Carson Beck. Um, Miami's a 28.5 point favorite here against Stanford at home on Saturday night. Stanford's bad. Stanford's really bad. Stanford is 109th ranked coverage according to PFF, and they're 134th or 131st, excuse me, in the country in passing yards allowed at over 300 a game. They're giving up so many yards. They've given up at least 247 passing yards in 5 straight games. So Carson Beck would have to do worse than the last 5 teams that have faced Stanford, which include teams like Florida State. So yeah, this is just a great spot for Carson Beck to get back. He's gone over this line. You can look at his, pull him up and kind of look at it. Early in the season, he went over this line regularly. You can see against Cook. It's like Bethune Cookman, USF. Not as good as teams. Struggled a little bit against Florida. They didn't throw the ball as wasn't as efficient. Does have a good that is a good defense. Against Florida State, they didn't need to throw it as much. They did. Still got close right there. And then against Louisville, still put up 271 yards on 35 attempts. I think you get 30 attempts here, and he's easily over this line. There's no way against that bad defense. I could see him being at 175, 200 yards at halftime, honestly. This is just a very bad defense. Miami's going to be very angry, to put it mildly. This is a perfect bounce back spot for them. I don't see why they don't pour it on here against a bad Stanford team at home, and get Carson Beck on track. I mean, he was on track to be in the Heisman conversation. they want to get him stats here. They want to get him 350 yards if they can. This is a place where they're going to get Carson Beck's confidence back. They're going to get him back on the right track, and I love this spot. Like I really do like this spot for Carson Beck, and this is a spot for him to hit. And if they don't, there's bigger coaching issues there. If he doesn't get there, and it's due to attempts and not due to you know himself and what's going on in the field, which should not happen against this Stanford team. Last spot for this slip, maybe the most fun game of the day, which we say a lot about Baylor because Baylor has a great offense and an awful defense, so they get in shootouts. This is Baylor traveling to Cincinnati. Cincinnati is a 2.5-point favorite here with a 67.5-point total. Like salivating thinking about it. It's so much fun to watch these shootouts when they actually live up to the hype. Mid-afternoon game here. Two bad pass defenses, two really good quarterbacks, good passing games. But where I'm going to go is place I have been avoiding for a while because he's burned me early in the season, but I'm going back there, and that's Josh Cameron. Cameron was supposed to be the big dog headed into the season. Kind of first couple of weeks didn't get the opportunity. The first week, I guess. Only got 4 targets against Auburn in that game. I kind of went heavy on him there. Only got 4 targets. Was like, what was going on? Then they played SMU and he got 14 targets. It's kind of been on since then. Since that SMU game, which was 6 games ago, he's gone over this. One of them was game that just didn't do much against Stanford, against an FCS school. But he's gone over this line in 4 or 5 games and averaged just under 90 yards in those 5 games. Cincinnati, as good as they are and being ranked and everything, they don't have a good pass defense. They give up a ton of yards. They're 123rd in the country in pass yards allowed at just under 275 yards a game. And Baylor throws the ball. That's all they do is they throw the ball a lot. If you come up here, you want to look at stats just through here. Look at Sawyer Robinson. 52, 39, 35, 39, 37. Over 300 yards in each of the past 3 games. They're going to throw the ball a lot, 61.5 yards, and this matchup with that total, feed it to me. It's a really good spot for Josh Cameron. So going back over what we have Colin Dixon over 36.5 receiving yards at Washington. We have Carson Beck at home against the awful Stanford pass defense at 246.5 pass yards. We have Josh Cameron in a shootout, a high-scoring shootout at Cincinnati, over 61.5 receiving yards. That's where we're going on this slip this afternoon, Underdog slip. And yeah, I hope y'all like if you tail and go and watch the other videos. Hope to see y'all soon. Peace.